the most famous of which is the Singapore Botanic Gardens. It's a 158-year-old tropical garden located at the fringe of Singapore's Orchard Road shopping district. It's one of the 3 gardens and the only tropical garden to be honored as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The National Orchid Garden is at the forefront of orchid studies and a pioneer in the cultivation of hybrids, complementing the nation's status as a major exporter of cut orchids. The lush ponds of Palm Valley in the gardens are a popular spot for picnics and outdoor concerts. Singapore is also referred to as the Garden City for its tree-lined streets and greening efforts since independence. The rain trees along the roads are easily recognized by their massive umbrella-shaped, wide-spreading crowns which can reach 20 to 30 meters across. There are lots of hidden gems in the city, places like Rifle Range Road. It's a popular 13-kilometer jogging and cycling route where you can actually run into monkeys. How cool is that? Singapore is incredibly clean. Even chewing gum is banned in Singapore and can only be bought from a pharmacy for medical use. Some public elevators come equipped with urine detection devices that set off an alarm and close the doors until the police arrive. Spitting isn't allowed either. Do it in any public place in Singapore and you'll be slapped with a fine of up to $1,000. Same goes for littering.
The different merchants. There's no place quite like it.
When it comes to nightlife, Clarke Quay is a favorite among locals and tourists. It's one of the best locations in the city, set around a picturesque body of water and the shadow of the towered Central Business District skyline in the background. Row upon row of bars and restaurants line the beautiful boulevards, offering great alfresco dining. Clarke Quay is undoubtedly the reigning king of nightlife destinations. This riverside festival village combined dining, drinking, and clubbing for the ultimate night experience. Despite its small size, Singapore has a surprisingly large number of golf courses, but most of the best ones are run by private clubs and are open to members and their guests only. The main exception is the Sentosa Golf Club. Housing in Singapore is outrageously expensive, but there's a trick. Public housing in Singapore is managed by the Housing and Development Board under temporary leaseholds for 99 years only.
See?
What? Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
82% of the resident population live in such government-subsidized houses. Only Singapore nationals and permanent residents can avail of the subsidized housing. There's no slums and no ghettos, no bad areas in Singapore. All the residential buildings I came across looked modern and very decent. Price per square meter in the city center is a staggering $16.5 thousand. Public transportation is excellent. Traveling from one part of Singapore to another is a breeze thanks to a highly penetrative public transportation system. Buses are by far the most common form of transportation, followed by the MRT, Mass Rapid Transit, and taxis. Public buses serve almost every part of Singapore, making it the most extensive form of public transportation, while the MRT provides speed and efficiency, especially during peak hours. The subway stations are clean and usually equipped with free toilets and have platform screen doors between the train and the platform. Car rental is not an option you want to look for in Singapore. It's pretty expensive. You're looking at $100 a day for the cheapest car, and I only rented a car just to get some road footage, but otherwise I wouldn't do that.
Okay, so renting a car in Singapore, you will have to know this one thing. You will need to have a cash card, they call it. So this card right here, you can top it up and get it at any gas station or any 7-Eleven. So basically, every time you use a toll road or parking or anything, you have to pay it. So now the balance, as you can see, it's a 16.2 Singaporean dollars. Okay, so that's one thing to have in mind when renting a car in Singapore.
Side, just like in Britain. Roads in Singapore are in excellent condition, and driving habits are generally good, with most people following the traffic rules. Cars are outrageously expensive to own. The government is trying to do everything to discourage people from buying cars. A Volkswagen Golf might cost you over $100,000. That's because besides the retail price, you'll have to pay registration fee, certificate of entitlement, and so much more. But there is no shortage of luxury and exotic cars, even though the fastest you can drive here is only 90 kilometers an hour on expressways. Average monthly salary after taxes is $3,000. In general, prices in Singapore are about twice as high as they are in Thailand or Malaysia. There's no Uber anymore. It's been replaced by Grab, so it's a good idea to download Grab app before arriving. Rides are reasonably priced, anywhere from $7 to $12. Crime is basically non-existent, and crime rates in Singapore are some of the lowest in the world. Singapore is an extremely safe city, but it has very strict drug laws, and drug trafficking carries a mandatory death penalty. Yes, capital punishment is still a legal penalty in Singapore. Each execution in Singapore is carried out by a long drop hanging in Changi Prison at dawn on Friday. If that wasn't enough, caning is actually still a legal form of punishment in Singapore. If you're caught vandalizing the tropical paradise, molesting women, and doing all sorts of bad stuff you shouldn't be doing, you won't be able to sit properly for a few weeks. In 2007, the number of caning sentences ordered by the courts was 6,400, of which 95% were actually implemented. Homosexual acts are illegal in Singapore. Singapore is officially the country with the smartest high school kids in the world. They collectively topped the global math and science education ranking by the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Singapore is a melting pot of cuisines, incorporating a rich heritage of food dishes consisting of Chinese, Indian, Malaysian, and Indonesian influences. You can try these dishes in the hawker centers and in the food courts of shopping centers. Most Asian cultures are rice or noodle focused, but in Singapore, they're both.